This is nice. This is really, really nice.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl.
Hey YouTube family, it's Shandale James and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I've missed y'all. Hopefully y'all missed me as well. But life has been busy lately in such a good way. That's what I'm going to bring to you today. I have so many great details to bring you about my New York trip that I took. Yes. So I did mention in my last video that I was going to New York. Well, that I was possibly going to New York for the HUE Affair. And I ended up going. I made it happen. And so I'm going to bring you all of those details in this video. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I give all things natural hair related, mostly product reviews. I am a mom of 4. I am a teacher, a wife, and just a nonstop worker all the way around in all aspects. But I love what I do, and so I try to share my journey and try to inspire you along the way. So before you even go any further in this video, be sure to subscribe right now. I would love to have you and love to keep you. Before I get into it, I want to give a quick update on Donna's recipe. That was the last product review that I did in my last video. And I just want to give some updates. I have been using the line ever since that last video. And there are some pros and cons now, okay? Remember, I told you that any of my product review videos, I am going to keep it 100 with you. I know I said Donna's review was 10 out of 10. I guess I might have hyped it up a little bit because, yes, the initial look was great. And it was bouncy, it was flowy, it was moisturized, but literally that next day, it dried all the way out. So I'm not sure what happened, but my hair was super dry and it wasn't a good combination. So that was not my favorite wash and go. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So I did wash my hair again. As you see, I have freshly washed hair. I did use the Donna's extra creamy shampoo, the sweet potato pie, and then the extra creamy conditioner. Again, I have no issues with that. So I still give that a very high rating. I have no issues with the shampoo conditioner. My hair is still soft. It still feels great. So no issues with that. The leave-in conditioner is fine as well. Remember, the mousse was not really my favorite when it came down to the wash and go because it was super lightweight. It was very water-based to me. Like, it didn't give that true mousse consistency feel that I was looking for. It didn't define the curls as I would have liked. Now, the curl enhancing gel was really good. But the mousse was, I'll give it like a 3 out of 10. What else did I use? Oh, I used the curl. No, I didn't use the curl enhancing cream, but I have been using the curl enhancing cream. I thought I have it up here with me, but I don't. It's okay. It does define my curls. The problem that I'm having, let me just get to it. The problem that I'm having with the products is that it seems to be drying after the fact. So meaning like it's losing its moisture. So like when I first used the products and put the products on my hair, like everything seems to be freshly moisturized, fresh and everything. But like the next day when I take it out, like it's just drying. So I'm not sure what's causing that. Right here, I have the hair and scalp oil. And it, as I said in the last video, to me, it works more as a grease rather than an oil. I've used it with like water. I've mixed it with water, just kind of like do like the old school grease and water type of thing. If I'm slicking my hair back in a ponytail or just using it as it says. Okay, I can use it on my scalp. I can use it on my hair. I don't really care for it on my scalp. I think it's too thick. On my hair, again, it was giving that dryness. So I'm not sure, I'm not sure what's the issue here, but it's not my fave. I would give this a 3 out of 10. I'm gonna talk about my New York trip as I do my hair. Y'all know I love a good twist out. Now I will admit, in New York, I did a combination of things. I used the Donna's Recipe Twist Curl Cream. I'm about to go downstairs and get that because I totally forgot it. I used that cream along with the Dew Foam Mousse. That wasn't a good combination because I just didn't like how it had my hair feeling. It wasn't bouncy. It wasn't, I don't know. So I'm gonna give it another shot. I'm going to use the leave-in conditioner. I am going to use the mousse this time because I want to use it up. I hate wasting products. So I'm going to use the mousse. Again, in my last video, I used it as a wash and go, but this time I'm going to use it in my twist out. So this will be my first time using the mousse in a twist out. And I'm going to use Camille Rose, the Curlaid, if I'm saying it right, the Curlaid Moisture Butter. This is like a moisturizer. I love a good moisturizer instead of like a grease base. So again, this did not work well at all. When I tried to do my twist out in New York, it just didn't do well. So I'm going back to my moisturizer. As you know, in my other videos, a moisturizer is the main thing. So I always do leave-in conditioner, a moisturizer, and a mousse. That is my twist out combo. Now, which products work best? The TGIN moisturizer, the Black Label, and we're gonna put it right here. So the Black Label moisturizer is the one that has worked the best so far. The Camille Rose, this one is okay. If you can see it, this one is okay. It has green tea and jojoba, if I'm saying that correctly, jojoba in it. It's okay, it's not bad, but again, the TGIN is my favorite. And the Dew Foam, that is my go-to. So the Dew Foam is really what I like. So really just the TGIN, a good leave-in conditioner, which is really Kaleidoscope. I like their leave-in conditioner. TGIN moisturizer, and the Dew Foam. That is my holy grail, my trio, my combination for a twist out. But again, I'm going to use this combination today. Donna's Recipe leave-in conditioner, the Camille Rose Curlaid Moisture Butter, and Donna's Recipe Curl Defining Mousse. So I'm going to use that today, and hopefully that gets the job done. I was thinking about using the curl cream, the Donna's Recipe curl cream, but I don't want to use that. So I'm going to try to talk to y'all and do my hair at the same time. As you know, in my other videos that I always use some type of hair oil. Before I get started, I just go throughout my hair and just rub that in to start stimulating the scalp a little bit. So I am using the Kaleidoscope Soul Fed Pecan Growth Booster Oil on my hair. I tried this line from Kaleidoscope. They had their 11th anniversary sale and I took advantage of it. And so I think I got this combination for like $25. It was the oil, the leave-in conditioner, and dang, what was the other one? Whew. And the shampoo, I think. Sorry, I still have postpartum brain fog, pregnancy brain, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I think it was three products. I do believe it was the oil, the shampoo, and the leave-in conditioner. I'm so excited to announce that I am officially an ambassador for Kaleidoscope hair products. Yes, if you know that I have been promoting their products for some time. I am a true fan of their products. I love their marketing. I love their brand. I love everything about them. I filled out an application with them in August, I think sometime in June. And right before I went to New York, literally the day before, I got the email saying that I was accepted into their ambassador program. So I am going to leave you the discount code below. If you are a lover, a fan of Kaleidoscope products, which you should be because they are really the truth. And a lot of people don't know about them, surprisingly. And I don't know why, but they should. Their products are really, really great. You know that Judy and Debrat, they have teamed up. So you have Kaleidoscope times Debrat. So Debrat has her line when it comes to braids and locks. But anywho, I'm getting off subject. The whole brand is great. If you want a discount on your first purchase, your entire order, please look below in the description box. Use my discount code Shandale James _ and you'll get 15% off. I'm also an ambassador for Baskin Leather product brand. So if you use Baskin Leather, that's going to be my next hair product review. If you use their products, I heard so many great things about it. Their scalp stimulator, and their edge control. Look in the description box below, and my affiliate link is linked below. So, okay, enough talking. Let's go ahead and get into it, and let's talk about New York. Whew, okay, where do I start? Okay, so first off, y'all know I gotta put this oil on my edges. I received an email right after 4th of July stating that I was accepted to volunteer. Mind you, I did fill out this application in May, and they said they would get back to me in 3 business days. However, they didn't. And I just thought like, okay, well, maybe they just didn't accept me. Maybe I didn't have enough followers because they do look at your Instagram account. And so I was like, well, maybe I just didn't have enough followers or whatever. So I didn't pay any mind. And then when I received that email, I was like, oh, wow, I actually got accepted. So now I need to try to make this trip happen because I really wanted to go. It was the HUE Affair was August 2nd. So my trip would have been planned from August 1st to the 3rd. So from a Friday to a Sunday. My birthday fell on July 29th. I just made 34. Happy birthday to me again. But anywho, so it was just the perfect timeline. I'm like, okay, I can celebrate my birthday on the back end for the weekend and go to New York. So Lord knows that the funds were really, really tight and I really had to make some things happen. Maybe even hold off on the bill, okay? Let's be real. But I really wanted to make this trip happen and not pass up on this opportunity. Make a long story short, I did what I needed to do. My cousin lives in Boston. Now, y'all remember when I was supposed to go to Boston, I had bought all the outfits. I did a whole Boston outfit video, like outfits of the day that I was gonna wear and everything, and I didn't make it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at my YouTube video titled, I Missed My Flight, and I'll tell you all the details about that. So, my cousin that lives in Boston, Derek is his name. Derek is my older cousin. He is, I don't want to give his age like that, okay? But he's older than me and about 10 years older than me. And he was like, hey, are you going to New York? And I'm like, man, I'm trying to make it happen. Because he was like, well, I'll meet you out there. If you know, Boston is not far from New York. It's about 4 hours or so. You could catch a train and it's about like 3.5, 4 hours. If you drive, I think it's about the same time, something like that. But anywho, it's not far. So he was willing to come and meet me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Tackling New York by myself, yes, I would have been able to do it. I was ready for the adventure. However, now looking back, it would have been very, very overwhelming. I'm happy he came. So we planned a trip, got everything situated. So now it's happening. I make it to the airport in time, my flight was at 6:05. So I left my house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had a little bit of PTSD from me missing my flight in Boston. I'm like, I just want to make it out there. Once I make it out there, then I can really, turn up. I didn't want to get too excited because I'm like, I don't want a mishap like last time. So I flew into Newark, New Jersey, and we were gonna take the train to get to New York. So when I made it in, he's like, "Hey, I think it's best if you meet me at the Newark Penn Station." I wasn't nervous about like catching the train and figuring that system out. I was actually excited about it. So I had to look at the signs, follow the signs, the trains, and then find my way to the different train stops or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, I'm still in the airport. So I hop on a air train, and I looked confused at first. So this black guy was like, "Hey, you need some help?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm trying to get to Newark Penn Station." So he was like, "Oh, go on track 2. This is the train you need to catch, and you have to stop. It's 2 stops down." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I stop. I get off 2 stops down. Now I'm at the place where you actually buy the train ticket to go to the Newark Penn Station. So I buy the train ticket. I still ask to make sure I'm in the right place. I didn't see it on the screen. So you'll have a screen of the different train routes. I didn't see Newark Penn Station there. So I'm like, well, am I in the right area? This was the only stop I could get off at. But the lady was like, "No, you're in the right area. Just buy your ticket and then, go here." So I'm like, okay, cool. So I make it to the train stop, and then there's so many different trains coming in and out. And I'm like, okay, so which train do I really get on? So I was a little confused. Again, I still didn't see Newark Penn Station. I don't know. Mind you, I am sleep deprived too. I didn't see it, but I looked on I don't know what you call it, the map, the train route map, where they give you the times and everything. So I looked there and I saw that the next train was coming at like 11:30 or so. And so it was about that time. So I'm like, okay, cool. So this is my chance to hop on the train to go to the Penn Station. So now, when I first got there, everybody, like, it wasn't anybody there. Then as the time got closer, it started getting crowded. And I started to ask, someone, "Hey, is this train going to Newark Penn Station?" But, they said people from the East Coast is not as friendly. I've heard that. I could kind of tell by their demeanor. So I was a little nervous, and I was just shy to ask. But anyway, so I was like, you know what? I don't want to get on the wrong train. If I get on the wrong train, then I'm really shit out of luck. So when one of the conductors got off of the train, I asked him, I'm like, "Hello, is this train going to the Newark Penn Station?" And so he said yes with an attitude. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm in the right spot. Mind you, I'm on a New Jersey Transit train to get to the Newark Penn Station. I have a big ass suitcase. I have my backpack and a duffel bag. So the people looking at me like, "Girl, you got a lot of stuff." When I get on the train, I have to hurry up and move. I have to hurry up and look around, find a seat. A little nervous, like, okay, it's 2 different levels. You have left, you have right. Hurry up and find a seat because the train is moving. And then I'm not trying to fall, because once that train takes off, it takes off full speed. And then, yeah. So I gotta find a seat. So I find a seat. I see a chick. So I'm like, "Hey, can I sit next to you?" She was like, "Yeah, sure." So she was the only one that seemed friendly while everybody else was looking at me crazy. So anyway, I find a seat, and then I have to listen closely because the speakers on the trains are not as clear. So literally the next stop was Newark Penn Station. So I had to hurry up and get off. So mind you, the aisles are not that big. So I got this big old suitcase, my duffel bag that's big, that's full, and then my backpack. So I'm trying to squeeze into the aisle, and they looking at me like, golly. And so I finally get off the train. Again, I have to hurry up before the door closes. So I get off, and then boom, there goes my cousin. So my cousin Derek was right there, and I felt relieved. So I was proud of myself, y'all. Regardless of my luggage, I did not miss the train, get on the wrong train, or have any mishaps, okay? So I was proud of myself for that. So we get to the Newark Penn Station. We wait for another subway train. We get on the subway train, and we go to, I have to ask him because I totally forgot where we went to. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a port. I'm not sure, but we go to another spot where the ferry is at. And so he told me, he was like, yeah, I want you to come in on the ferry. I'm going to show you what that's like. And when I tell y'all, I think that's the best way to come in New York. I'm not going to lie. I was blown away. It was beautiful. It was relaxing. It was a great skyline coming in, scenic view coming in. I wouldn't trade that for anything of the world. Like, I really appreciate him for doing that, for planning that out, because it's beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. Oh. So we are on the ferry headed to the city, and we are staying in a hotel near the World Trade Center. So we just left Jersey, catching the ferry. This is nice. This is really, really nice. That was one of the highlights of the trip. And I just enjoyed that moment, and I was soaking it in. So the minute I arrived, I'm soaking in the views already, you know, soaking in the views. So we get off the ferry and we go to the, where the World Trade Center is at, because that's where we're staying at. So we go to the World Trade Center, and the World Trade Center Hotel, I think that's the name of it. Child, I barely even paid attention to the name of the hotel. Shame on me.
You want to put this upstairs and then go get something?
You want to know, so what I'm doing, I've put the leave-in conditioner, moisturizer, and now I just put the mousse on, and I'm twisting my hair. Arrive at the hotel, starving, okay? Starving. And I tell Derek, I'm like, look, let me take a shower. I need to take a shower. Been up since 2 on an airplane. Like, let me get cute, let me get dressed, and then we're going to explore the city. So we get dressed, we go to a bar and grill that was right by the hotel. To be honest with you, I didn't go to New York with food places on my mind. Hell, I could have ate McDonald's. Not really, but it didn't matter to me what we ate. That wasn't my goal. My goal was to explore the city as much as I could, you know, and enjoy myself, and that's what we did. So after we ate, we hopped right on that subway, and we went to Times Square first. So Times Square was very interesting. It's everything that you see on TV. And my cousin did say, like, hey, once you get to Times Square, you're going to be like, oh, okay, like, cool, like, what's the next stop? And that's what it was.
Take your time. Ain't nobody behind us. Gotcha.
This is always what I wanted to see. All of this right here.
Uh-huh.
Different screens, whatever.
Do.
They about to play.
I was like, yeah, cool. I didn't have to like walk around too long in Times Square. of course, you have your the little hustler photographers that want to take your picture and make you feel like you a movie star, but then, of course, they're going to try to charge you for it. I was a little shy and reserved at first. Like, I just needed to relax a little bit. I don't know why. I think, like I said, I was so sleep deprived. That was another thing, too. But anyway, so the guy took a picture and a few pictures, and it was okay. You know, it wasn't worth me paying $20 or whatever for. So I was like, I could get these same shots on my iPhone and call it a day. But it was cool to do it, you know. It was cool in the meantime. But so after Times Square, we go to Harlem. We hop on the subway and we go to Harlem.
He's so cute. You remind me of me when I was little.
And I had Harlem on my list. I actually wanted to go to like a block party in Harlem or Brooklyn. That was on our itinerary to try to make it to one of them. So we get to Harlem, and my cousin did say, you know, like when you ride the subways, you're going to see the difference between the subways. And indeed I did. So as we got to Harlem, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Harlem. I'm definitely in Harlem. Manhattan subways look totally different from Harlem, totally different from Brooklyn. And of course, the further you go out to the Bronx, which I probably would never go to, or Queens, they look different. If you know, you know. But Harlem wasn't as bad though. Harlem gave me all of Black culture, and that's why I wanted to go to Harlem. It gave me the history. As soon as I stepped out of the subway and into Harlem, I was like, man, like I feel Black history here. You know, Langston Hughes and Malcolm X, especially. I love some Malcolm X. I felt all of that. You know, it's very rich. Harlem is very rich in Black culture, if you know, but it's even more richer when you go there. So we didn't get to, I wanted to explore Harlem a little bit more, like actually explore, but I didn't. And I wanted to record a little bit more while I was in Harlem, but I felt like I looked so much like a tourist. Like you could tell I was a tourist. And I didn't want to stand out like that. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that to myself. And, you know, like, let me just chill. So that's why you see like very minimum footage in Harlem, because again, yeah. The Apollo Theater though, however, I was very disappointed. I really thought that the Apollo Theater was like, wow. And we passed it right up. And of course my cousin knew where it was. But because they were doing construction on the sign, and the sign, you know, it's the Apollo lights. And so, of course, it was in the daytime. But I just expected the sign to stand out a little bit more. And they were doing construction, so it was hidden. Didn't even see it. Passed it right up. Just looked like a regular, ordinary building. But it was good to at least see it. The highlight of Harlem, I have a friend who has been living there for almost 10 years, if not 10 years. She is a rapper, she is a model, she's an actress, she's all of the above. Her name is Lady Matt, and here's her Instagram. And we have been cool, been friends since college. We went to Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas, and she's originally from Houston. And we just clicked. We've been knowing each other since freshman year in college, but we really got super close my senior year, my last year in college, and we have just been in sync and cool ever since, keeping in touch and everything. So she has been in Harlem this whole time, and so I knew that Harlem was on my itinerary. So I'm like, you know, of course I gotta hit up my girl, whether I see her or not. Like, let me just hit her up to let her know I'm in town, out of respect. Out of respect. I just believe in that. You know, I understand our schedules are busy. We may or may not see each other, but I'm not gonna come this far and not hit you up. So I did just that. The minute I stepped out of the subway, I texted her, I said, hey girl, I'm in Harlem. She literally FaceTimed me like 5 minutes later and was like, hey girl, where you at? So I'm like, I'm on, it's Adam, I forgot the street name, but it's a main street in Harlem. And she finished the statement for me. She was like, Adam such and such. I'm like, yes. So she was in the Uber going to an event that she was about to perform at. So she told her Uber driver, she was like, hey, can you please pull over? My friend is right here. Like, I promise I'm gonna be back. She hopped out the Uber and we saw each other and it was, oh my gosh, that was truly a highlight.
Oh, I'm so glad you called me right away. I'm about to cry. I ain't seen it in a long time. Look at you. You still on FaceTime? Yeah,
I almost cried in that moment. I'm a crier. Y'all don't know, but I'm telling you now, I'm very emotional. I'm such a crier. And just to see her, that to me, living in a city like that, New York, and living out there for all these years, and you're making it and you look good. Like, she looked good. I'm talking about body on fleek, hair, makeup, everything. She looked good. And I can tell she's thriving out there. And that was such a joy to see, which is why I wanted to cry. And I'm like, girl, it's so good seeing you. I haven't seen you in all these years. It was a quick moment, but it was a great moment. And so, we said, hey to each other, hugged each other, had a little quick conversation, snapped a few pictures, and she had to be on her way. That was all I needed right there. So that made my trip even better. So after we leave Harlem, we go to Brooklyn. We were gonna go to Coney Island, but we were on that subway for a long time. And so he was like, you just want to go to Brooklyn? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Shit, I ain't got to go to Coney Island. I heard Coney Island's not all of that anyway. So I'm like, I don't have to go there. So anywho, so we voided that mission to Coney Island. We got off in Brooklyn and, we picked up a quick little snack, some pretzels from Auntie Annie's. Picked that up and just chilled for a little bit. We saw the Barclays Center. I kept saying stadium, but we saw the Barclays Center. That's what I wanted to see. And then he was like, you want to hop on a bike to go to the Brooklyn Bridge? Because that was on the itinerary. So I'm like, ooh, hop on a bike. I'm not sure about that, but again, I'm adventurous. I wasn't super nervous. I kind of was. I'll be lying if I say I wasn't nervous. I wasn't like really, really nervous, but I was nervous to ride in the bike lanes next to the cars. That's what I was nervous about. I know it's the norm out there. I know people do it all the time, but for me, it was my first time, and I'm like, well, I ain't gonna never learn if I don't do it, so I guess I might as well do it. It was a 30-minute walk to the Brooklyn Bridge, and I was like, shit, I'm tired at this point. We did a lot of walking. I'm not gonna lie. I think I walked 20 miles on this trip. I'm not lying to you. Total, from Friday and Saturday, I think I walked a total of 20 miles. That's how much walking it was. And you know what? I didn't feel tired because I run every day, or I run every week, multiple times a week. So my cardio stamina, my endurance is up. So that's probably why I was able to last that long. And I had comfortable shoes on, of course. So that also helped. But anyway, so we get a city bike and we pay for the city bike. And I think we had to bike like a mile, 1.2 miles. It wasn't that far. But of course, when you're in an unknown environment, it seems to be far. But it was a great ride. So I did that, y'all. I did that. It was fun. I felt like a local. I felt like a New Yorker. I'm out here living my best life in New York. And indeed I did. And it was a great bike ride. That was that was another highlight. That will forever be a memory for me, and probably all the times I go to New York, I might have to do that. Biked all the way to the Brooklyn Bridge, or right before we got to the Brooklyn Bridge, we parked the bikes and we got out and we walked the Brooklyn Bridge. And it was a beautiful view. The sun was going down, so it was that sunset, and just coasting, you know, just walking, just taking our time, and just, you know, soaking in the moment of walking that bridge and just being out there. Beautiful, beautiful view. We did a lot of pictures and content on the bridge.
Welcome to Brooklyn, son. iPhone. Go.
This is the Brooklyn Bridge. I almost forgot to record it. I recorded it, but not with me in it. But this is
Oh, my bad.
this is the Brooklyn Bridge. Definitely had to come and see this. I like Brooklyn. I actually cycled in Brooklyn. Well, bike ride if you want to call it. I'm not a true cyclist yet. But that was really fun. That was really fun. My cousin Derek introduced me to it. So that's Derek. He's been in the videos, but I haven't
That's my
mentioned
women.
yet.
You know, I'm worldwide. I'm married though.
So he
We got groupies, no pictures, no pictures. Please, no pictures.
he convinced me to city bike. I ride the bikes in the city with him. He's a cyclist. So
Black Sports Cycling Club, please follow us.
Yes. Support.
Always support. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes. And I actually like this, so I think I could maybe one day become a cyclist,
Hey.
but I don't know about being in Texas. I would like to do it out here, but Texas, no. But New York is beautiful. I've been enjoying myself. The weather has been great. It was very chilly at first when we started moving around, but it's much better now. And it feels great. And the evening views are great as well. Yeah, that skyline is really, really nice. Really, really nice. And that's another thing, y'all. My cousin, shout out to him because I told him he's gonna be my creative director. He loves doing that type of thing with photography, videography, and all of those things. So I'm going to put his Instagram right here. Be sure to follow him You'll like his content. It's very unique, very different, and very dope. He has some really great skills. So I told him he's gonna be my creative director. Whenever I blow up with this content creating, oh, he's gonna be on my team for sure. So yeah, we had a great time on the Brooklyn Bridge, and then we went back to the hotel and we called it a night. It was getting late, tired. You know, we have been at it all day just about. So I went back and what did we eat that night? What did we eat? Oh, we just went to the, I don't even think no, because I wasn't really that hungry, I don't think. But anyway, again, food wasn't my main thing on the list to do. But I think we just went to like a little corner store, or a little store, convenience store, and we got some snacks and some wine, and just chilled out in the hotel and just took a shower and called it a night. And then the next day, we woke up and we went to eat at, damn, what is the name of the place? I cannot think. How I'm gonna tell y'all about a trip and I cannot remember the details. What is the name of this place? Anyway, it's right here, y'all. Forgive me. 4 kids, and it's also too, y'all, I went back to work this week. So when I tell y'all I'm really, really tired, I'm tired. I went straight to New York Friday to Sunday and went to work Monday morning to Friday. Today is Saturday. I'm tired. So forgive me if I can't remember. But anyway, it's the place where Diddy had made the band, if you watched that episode, made them walk across the Brooklyn Bridge or walk across to get cheesecake. Now, it wasn't the same location, but it's the same restaurant. And it's really a bakery. It's a bakery and a restaurant. But we went to Times Square. So we went back to Times Square the following morning and we ate breakfast. And the food was pretty good. We enjoyed it. And then we walked around Times Square. I was looking for like a black fanny pack, but I couldn't find one. I had packed a belt bag with me, a black belt bag to wear my outfit to the HUE Affair, but I was just looking for something a little bit more fancier. So we just kind of walked around, went to different stores. I went to H&M. My God, that H&M in Times Square, probably in New York in general, that H&M was really, really nice. That H&M is on another level. Like, I mean, it was almost like a Zara, but with H&M prices. Really, really nice. Really nice. I just had in my mind like, okay, you gotta come back and shop. We all know New York is known for fashion, but I'm like, I really gotta come back out here with some money and really go shopping. Super nice, love that. We left there and then we went to, damn, my brain is just not working today. My memory, Jesus. I'm gonna type it below. We went 100 and something street in Manhattan. So we went back to, well, Times Square is in Manhattan, but we went to a different part of Manhattan to see the Louis Vuitton store, which was like this really nice building. So again, you'll see it. But we went there to kill some time before it was time for me to go to the HUE Affair. So we went there, saw that building, and this particular area is known for the luxury fashion places to shop at and all those things. A really nice area in Manhattan, really beautiful, and yeah. Now I did buy a purse from Aldo there. Again, I was trying to find something to wear that would go with my outfit to the HUE Affair, so I bought like a black and gold crossbody bag that I really didn't need to buy because it was messed up, and the damn purse was and it's small, was still $50. Mind you, everything, and I think it was on sale at that, and it was still on sale for $50, which is crazy. But everything in New York is everything in New York is expensive, like expensive. So if you do plan on going to New York, you better be ready to have your coins together because it's definitely expensive, but worth it. So we leave there and we go back to the hotel, take another shower, all that good stuff, and we get ready to go to the HUE Affair. HUE, H-U-E, stands for Hair Unites Everyone, and it's basically like a Black Beauty Expo or event. And there's all of the Black-owned businesses, whether they're from New York, most of them were local from New York. You had some other businesses that came from out of state or out of town that came to this particular event, and it was a great event. So my time to volunteer was from 2 to 7. I arrived there a little late at 2:30. I was kind of all over the place that day. I was just trying to make sure my makeup was on point, my hair was on point, because I was like, you just never know what this opportunity may bring. So anyway, I arrived there. I get to begin the volunteering. I meet Lanisha. Lanisha is super, super cool. She was the volunteer lead. Really, really cool. We kind of clicked immediately. And then I meet some of the other women. And we are, initially I was in the back making the swag bags, which is these bags right here. So I was in the back making these. So many people showed up too. So many people. It was a line outside and everything. So it was a really big event. So I had to help make these, and I'll tell you what's in this bag in just a second. And eventually she moved into the front to the entrance desk where you check in at. So I was in the front, which I really liked that experience. I didn't want to be in the back. So yeah, it was really great. When we first arrived, it was packed. It was so, so packed. Of course, as the time went on, the crowd died out a little bit, and but it was still, still a good amount of people the entire time. You had so many vendors there. Pardon My Fro was there. You had Camille Rose was there. Of course, Baskin Leather was there, and the owner, the CEO, Shayna is her name, I believe. She was there, and her marketing crew was there. And when I tell y'all, her ambassadors, I will say, when I tell y'all they know how to market that brand, they know how to market that brand. She's doing a wonderful job marketing that brand, from the signs they were holding up, and even to the super loud yellow jumpsuits that they wear. Like, that is attractive, because you're like, why are they wearing those bright yellow jumpsuits? But it's to attract you to the brand. So she had like the biggest booth there. Hers took up a lot of space. I think she had like one of the most people there too, a lot of people there, because of her products. Her products are really, really great, which is why I can't wait to try them. Yeah, it was, like I said, it was great. It was just really good to be in a room full of Black entrepreneurs, Black businesses coming together, representing who we are as a culture, how rich we are in our business dynamics, and how we can come together and have a wonderful event and support each other. And that's what it's about. I'm still processing and taking everything in from that event, from the whole trip itself, but I just want to be in more rooms like that. It felt good to be myself. Mind you, I was the only volunteer that came from out of town. Every other volunteer was from New York or from the nearby areas. And they were like, oh, wow, you came from Houston. And I'm like, yep, I came from Houston. I really, want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this industry. And it was just nice meeting all the ladies there. Very, very great event. The following day, they had another event at the Brooklyn Library where they were talking to the panel of the CEOs of Pardon My Fro, Camille Rose, and Carol's daughter. So that was another great event, but I could not attend because I was leaving that day. It was just great. I really enjoyed it. And they told us, like, you got to come back, girl. You have to come back next year. So if the funds are there, if the timing is right, I will be back there. And I may make it a yearly thing. And then you never know, I might become a New Yorker. You just never know. But it was good though. It was really good. Great experience. Now I will say I was a little disappointed in myself to a certain extent because I went there with a mindset to network, to figure out how could I work for these brands? How can I become a brand ambassador and really do what a lot of the women were doing, just being at the booth, educating the guests on the products and all those things. Like, how can I do that? You know, that would be a great side gig for me. I did not open my mouth at all. I did not open, excuse me. I literally did not open my mouth at all. I just like walked around and I really acted very shy and reserved. Sometimes I get like that. I'm always like that in new settings, whether it's a new job, new anything. I can get very, very, I don't want to say introverted because I was still talking, but just get very shy. I wasn't so much nervous, again, just shy. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed that I did not speak as I should have, but next time I will, and I know what to expect. But I will say my favorite booth was part of my fro. And I'm gonna tell you why. I like them because it was the vibrant green. I love green. That's my favorite color, but that's not why. But it was the vibrant, like lime green color that they have. That's a very attractive color. The setup that they had like a little vinyl player with like a green. It was like a lime green, clear, transparent type of vinyl player. It was really cute. I'm not sure what it was used for. Of course, they had their products on display, but what I really like is that they allowed us to write affirmations and put our affirmations on the board behind them about our hair. That was really dope. I thought it was different. It was unique. And it had you thinking about, okay, why are you natural? What does it mean to you? So I said that my hair is my story and my truth. And what I mean by that is, like, I have been through a journey with my hair, natural and relaxed hair. And each stage of my hair that I've been in, it tells my story. It tells my truth. It tells the struggles. It tells everything about me. So it's not just about the look of my hair. It's about what me and my hair have been through. So Ambassador, she liked it so much to where she took a picture of it or an Instagram video and she posted it on their page. So that was cool. But yeah, they had other vendors there from body care, skincare, makeup. You had artwork that was there. I mean, just really, really dope stuff. Some of the vendors there. It was one chick. She has some really dope artwork. I'm gonna post a picture right here. Really, really dope artwork. Her work is just different. I definitely wanna get some more of her artwork. I just got like a little postcard and I wanna like put it in a room somewhere. Really nice. The earrings, it was also another vendor with some cute earrings that I like. I like how it was, they had it was like a artwork that was on the earring packet. Again, it was cute. I can't really describe it, but it was super cute. So many great vendors from, again, natural hair to makeup to, skincare, all of the above. Great event. So after the HUE Affair, we were they had a party in Harlem. So when we were in Harlem, we saw them setting up for it on the street, on the main street in Harlem, and they had a huge block party during the HUE Affair. So my cousin wanted to go, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to leave and go. because I'm like, I'm volunteering, I'm not getting paid for it. But, you know, professionalism, I'm like, let me stay the whole time. You know, it wouldn't be right for me to come here, and it's unprofessional anyway. You never know what bad reputation that may lead to if I were to leave. So I was like, well, next time we'll plan for it and we'll make it to a block party. You know, I could have chose an earlier shift. So next time I'll probably choose an earlier shift so that way I can have the rest of the Saturday to kick it and chill and make it to a nice party and, you know, get that experience. But I do plan on being back. Like, New York was everything. Everything you see on the TV, everything you see on the movies, everything you hear about it, New York is that. Like, I had never seen so many people in my life. That is a big ass city. And big ass city is an understatement. Like, seriously, New York is freaking huge on another level. I've been to LA, and LA, I thought LA was like big and all this other stuff. LA does not compare to New York at all. From the subway systems and everything, like the way they move around out there, it's like you're almost in a different world. You truly are. Like, it takes a real person to be able to make it and live in New York. I think I have another level of respect for them because of the way of living, and you just have to be there to know, or go there and experience it to know what I'm talking about. But my cousin told me, he was like, no, you're gonna like New York. And I knew that I would, and I did. Like, one of the best trips, literally one of the best trips. I just can't stop talking about it. You know, it's crazy because when you really manifest things, I'm a true believer, when you manifest things, it comes to pass. Years ago, or I was just saying in general, I always said, like, one of these days I'm gonna spend my birthday in New York. Like, I want to go to New York for my birthday and spend my birthday in New York. Little did I know that this would transpire for me to bring in my 34th birthday in New York and bring in my 34th year of life in New York. It just shows you that the power of the tongue, the power of your words, the power of writing it down. I'm big on writing down my goals, my aspirations, all the things that I want in life. And that was one of the things that I wanted, and it came to life. It really did. It really came to life, and I didn't even plan for it to come in the way that it came. And it just goes to show you that when you are blessed, you're blessed. When you believe in God, higher power, things happen for you. Things really do happen for you, and you just have to continue to believe, trust, be patient, and be consistent. Be consistent. You know, like I said, I didn't think that they were going to select me, but they did. It was a last minute thing, but I made it happen, and glory be to God for me to be able to go on this trip. Shout out to my cousin for everything. I think that if he didn't come with me on this trip, it would have been a different experience. I would have been overwhelmed trying to figure out the subway system. I had no worries on how to get around, how to move around, because he knew fully how to navigate in New York. I can write a whole book on this. I can write a whole book on thanking him for this experience. You know, my support system is truly what keeps me going. They're the ones who lift me up when I am down. Little do they know that. So the times that they answer the phone for me when I am going through it, because I do go through it sometimes. A lot of times I do. And making my birthday special. My two best friends made my birthday very special. One of them paying for me to get a massage, to the other one taking me to dinner, to a nice restaurant, and then with my cousin meeting me in New York and helping me to navigate and showing me a good time in New York. Like that, man, I'm a little speechless. I'm not going to get emotional. But they are the real MVPs, and I won't forget them for this. I won't forget them for this birthday, for making it happen for me. I think by far the 30, I thought my 30th birthday was good. So far it's been my 26th birthday, my 30th birthday, and this one, and this one. So that's my trip to New York, y'all. It was a great experience. Again, I cannot stop talking about it, smiling about it, thinking about it, reminiscing. It is everything. If you continue to dream big, your dreams will come true. And now, Empire State Building. No, what is it? Empire, my bad, Empire State of Mind. Speaking of, I didn't even get a chance to see the Empire State Building. See, it's a lot that I need to go see that I didn't get a chance to see because it's so big. But on the next visit. But I listened to Empire State of Mind when I was on the airplane, and it hits different. It hits different. The words hit very different now, and that's a real ass song. And I think now that is truly my favorite song. I always liked the song, but now when I connected to my trip and the reason why I went and what I'm trying to do with, content creating and stepping into the beauty industry and all those things, it hits home. I hope that you all enjoyed this vlog with me. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you watched the whole thing. And I hope my storytelling is as entertaining as it possibly can be. And I hope it inspires you as well to make it happen. I did not have all the funds, I guarantee you. Still trying to play catch up now. I did not have all the funds, but it was, the people in my corner, again, my support system, that said, Shandale, girl, as long as you don't lose your house behind it, you ain't losing nothing behind it. Just go, because this is not a once in a lifetime opportunity, but you can say that, a once in a lifetime opportunity. And you just never know what may come out of it. And I'm so happy for the people who confirmed that for me. Everything was aligned. I could tell God was in the midst from beginning to end. And that's probably why I missed my flight to Boston for this trip. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I am going to go ahead and finish my hair. It goes to show you how I can't multitask and talk at the same time, because I'm taking forever on my hair and usually I'm done. So anywho, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I look forward to traveling a little bit more. I don't know when my next trip will be. The only thing that I have in the future, the near future, is my 35th birthday, which is next summer. And I do plan on going somewhere. I am taking a trip for that. I don't know where. For me, it's probably going to be somewhere simple in Mexico. I wouldn't mind going to Sedona, Arizona. So I don't know if I want to go out the country or in the States. My birthday does fall during the heart of hurricane season. So that's the only thing that if I were to go to Mexico during the end of July 29th, I don't want, a hurricane to be brewing in the Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic and ruin the trip. So that's the only reason why sometimes I plan my birthdays in the States or somewhere on the West Coast because of hurricane season. It sucks, but yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking about Sedona. I've been to Phoenix before, so I may do Phoenix and Sedona all over again. I really may do that. I was thinking about Tulum, or I found a spot called Isla Hobosh. I was thinking about there. That's off of the coast of Cancun, one of the little islands. So I was thinking about doing that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the Lord puts on my mind, on my heart, and prayerfully I'm able to even take a trip. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this travel vlog. I try to make my content really, really engaging. Always go follow me. Uh-oh. What was that? Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. Instagram is Shandale Janae _ and TikTok is Janae Johnson. I'll post it below in the description box. But thank you for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned for the Basque and Leather hair product review. That will be my next YouTube video. But until then, take care and love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. I totally forgot what was in the HUE bag. Okay, so what I received in the HUE bag was a lot of products. I could have gotten more products, but because I already had checked 2 bags and paid for 2 bags, I was not about to pay for a 3rd one. So I had to limit my items. When you volunteer at the HUE Affair, you will get a swag bag as well, products, extra products that they have. It was so many products that were left over. They started to give away products to any and everybody. So the VIP guests have a clear bag and they get a ton of products. These bags were so heavy to where the people were like, my shoulder is hurting. That's how much products are in these bags. So the first thing is the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Body Wash. There is a Kiss Colors. This vendor was there as well. And they have a bonnet. I always need a bonnet. You can't have too many of those. You have the Annie Snoop Dogg head wrap scarf. Let's see. This is, it says Confidence Crew. It's a little wristlet, mini wristlet. Oh, I didn't even notice they had this in here. Oh, okay. And, oh, okay, so it is a blush. So this is IYS. I can't figure out the brand. Oh, I'm sorry, LYS. LYS Beauty. And it is a satin matte cream blush. Didn't even know that was in there. To be honest with you, I'm still unpacking some of this stuff. It was just a lot. I have 2. Oh, here's another head scarf. This is the Dew Heat Protectant Spray. I also have the Dew Foaming Wrap Lotion. I use this foaming lotion if I am doing a perm rod set or a flexi rod set. It's good for that. And this is Fenty Hair. So we also got Fenty Hair Instant Damage Repair. So it seems to be some type of like repair lotion. Like if you have heat damage on your hair, it helps to bring it back. Also have Shea Moisture Oil. It's for your scalp and hair oil to help strengthen your hair. Can't go wrong with the oil. Kiss has another heat protectant spray. So this is part of Kiss, another one. And then they give you, Kiss gives you this pintail or rat tail comb as we call it. As I Am has the water. So instead of like you spraying your hair like with the wash and go and you want to freshen your curls, instead of using like plain water, you can use this water with vitamin C and vitamin E. I have another one of these. Next we have Miss Jessie's the Numero Uno Suave Gel. So I guess it's a curl gel, curl defining gel. And last but not least, Cantu Curl Activating Cream. Now again, this, to be honest with you, it was way more other products. I also had Basque and Leather Edge Control, but I gave that to my cousin to take home to his wife, which is my cousin too. So I gave that to her to have. But yes, I did get a Basque and Leather Edge Control. Y'all know they are good for that. It was a lot of other products. In the back, I was unpacking more of Cantu products. Some other brand with foam, some other brand foam. It was just a ton of different products. So this was what was left after the crowd left. So I kind of got the leftovers. And again, they allowed us to go in the different bags and take whatever we wanted towards the end. But I did not want to overcrowd my bag because I had to go home. So that was all the products that was in the swag bag. And when I tell y'all again, the VIP, they got a lot of good products. Notice that these products are full size. They're not minis, they're full size products. Shout out to the HUE Affair, to the vendors, to everybody who participated in this event to make it successful. And yeah, we'll see if I'll be back.